All right, so get this. We're diving deep today into this whole like making money online thing.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and specifically, we're looking at this YouTuber, Sara Finance. She's only 22
Okay.
and claims to be making like $1.3 million a year
Wow.
from her laptop.
Just all from a laptop.
Yeah, just clicking away, you know?
Uh.
She even put it right in the title of one of her videos.
Oh, really?
I make $1.03 a year from my laptop. Here's how.
Okay, well, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, no kidding. And she says she doesn't have a big team.
Mm-hmm.
Started in a small city.
So, like, the relatable everyman kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of sounds almost too good to be true, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But, you know, even if we don't all become millionaires,
Right.
I figure there's got to be something we can learn from her approach at least.
For sure, for sure.
So let's break down like what she actually does. So first up, she talks about affiliate marketing.
Uh-huh.
And just for anyone who's not familiar,
Right.
this is basically where you promote other people's products. And you get a commission for every sale that you drive through your unique link.
Gotcha.
So Sara claims to have made over $44,000 in a single month doing this.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. And she really emphasizes finding a niche that you're genuinely passionate about.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you're not just out there pushing random stuff.
Exactly.
You're recommending something that you actually, like, are into.
Yeah, something you believe in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense that people would trust those recommendations more.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. If you see someone who's genuinely excited about something,
Right.
you're going to be way more likely to listen to their suggestions.
Exactly. Yeah, if you see someone's a real enthusiast, you're going to pay attention.
And it doesn't even have to be something super mainstream either.
Oh, that's true.
You know, there are people out there making good money in some pretty niche areas.
Yeah, for real. Like, I was reading about this guy the other day who makes bank-selling vintage woodworking tools.
Wow. Who knew?
That's amazing.
Right.
Who would have thought? And Sara mentioned some good places to, like, start looking for affiliate programs.
Oh, yeah.
Like impact.com and ClickBank.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, so, you know, if you've got a hobby or like an interest you're already spending time on, maybe there's a way to actually make money from it.
It's worth looking into.
Totally. So, okay, next up, let's talk about digital products.
All right.
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So Sara has kind of two main ways she does this.
Okay.
One is online courses, which she says she makes like $2,000 to $40,000 a month from.
Wow.
And then like planners and journals, which she sells on Etsy.
Oh, okay.
And get this, she actually shares a tip for finding like hot products on Etsy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just search digital product and then look for the popular tag.
Oh, wow. So you can see what's already selling well.
Yeah, exactly. It almost feels like cheating a little bit.
That's a good tip.
Right.
But, you know, just because something is popular doesn't mean it's going to be easy to replicate. You still need to make sure your product is high quality.
Right.
And that you know how to market it.
Yeah, and stand out from the crowd.
Exactly.
It's definitely a lot of competition out there.
For sure.
But I still think it's pretty cool. Like anyone with some basic design skills and Canva can potentially create an income stream.
Yeah. That's the beauty of digital products. The barrier to entry is pretty low.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, like with anything else, success depends on a lot of factors.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, is there actually a demand for this product?
Right.
How good is it? And how well can you actually market it?
Totally. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about YouTube.
All right, let's hear it.
So Sara's channel brings in $10,000 to $15,000 a month.
Okay.
And that's not even counting sponsorships, which could add like another 0 or 2 to that.
Wow.
But here's the interesting thing.
What's that?
She doesn't even appear on camera in all of her videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she actually mentions this other channel called Movie Recaps. And they have over 2 million subscribers.
Okay.
But they just use AI voices in movie footage.
So basically, they've figured out how to tell stories without actually being on camera.
Exactly. And it clearly works.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, totally. It challenges that whole assumption that you need to be like a charismatic personality.
Right. Like you need to be some kind of star.
Yeah, to succeed on YouTube. So you know if you're not comfortable being on camera, but you can explain things in a fun and engaging way.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a YouTube niche out there waiting for you.
You never know.
So now you might be thinking, oh, okay, this is all cool, but what about something a little more traditional?
Yeah.
Well, good news. Sara is also a big believer in investing in the stock market.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you know, she's right.
Yeah.
It's one of the most effective ways to build long-term wealth.
For sure, but There's also a lot of misinformation out there.
Oh, absolutely.
And people have these unrealistic expectations.
Exactly. So let's talk about that. She mentions individual stocks first,
Okay.
which
Right.
obviously higher risk, higher reward potential.
Mm-hmm.
And she even gives the example of putting like $10,000 into Tesla 5 years ago
Right.
and seeing it grow to over $100,000.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, incredible. But come on, who's really hitting those kind of returns consistently?
Right. Not many people.
Exactly. It's important to remember that those are like the outliers.
Yeah, the stock market can be really unpredictable.
Oh, for sure.
You know, past performance doesn't guarantee future results.
Right. So you got to be smart about it.
Absolutely.
And that's where index funds come in.
Okay.
So these are like a diversified basket of stocks
Right.
designed to track the performance of a specific market index.
Like the S&P 500.
Exactly. And she mentions VU and VTI as some of her favorites.
Okay, so for those who might not be familiar,
Yeah.
how do index funds differ from like ETFs or mutual funds?
That's a great question. So with index funds, you're basically betting on the overall market performance rather than trying to pick individual winners and losers.
Gotcha.
And then there are dividend stocks.
Right.
These are companies that actually pay you just for holding their stock.
It's like getting a little bonus just for being an owner.
Exactly.
Very cool.
And she also recommends this platform called M1 Finance
Okay.
for investing. And they even have a sign-up bonus where you can get free stocks or cash rewards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if you're looking to get started with investing, maybe check that out.
I will.
All right, now, are you ready to talk about some real estate?
Let's do it.
Okay. This is where Sarah's claims get really bold.
Okay, I'm listening.
She says she's currently making over $7,000 a month from real estate.
Wow.
And she's aiming for over $20,000 a month.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. But how does someone in their early 20s even get started with real estate?
Well, that's where leverage comes in.
Leverage.
Yeah, essentially you're borrowing money to buy a property.
Okay, so you're not paying for the whole thing up front.
Right.
So, for example, she talks about a $300,000 home. You might only need to put down like 20%,
Right.
which would be $60,000.
Yeah.
And then you get a mortgage for the rest.
Gotcha.
And then you rent out the property.
Mm-hmm.
And ideally, the rental income covers your mortgage payments,
Okay.
property taxes, insurance, any maintenance.
Right.
And if you're lucky, you have some profit each month.
So leverage can be really powerful,
Yeah.
but it's important to understand all the details.
Sure.
Different loans have different interest rates and terms and conditions.
Right. You got to do your research.
Absolutely.
So real estate investing, it's not just buy a property and watch the cash roll in, right?
No, definitely not.
There's a lot more to it.
There's a lot to consider.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, you need to be prepared to manage the property, deal with any repairs,
Right.
find tenants,
Yeah,
and the market can always change.
totally. Okay, that's a much-needed reality check.
For sure.
So let's wrap up this part of our deep dive with something almost everyone can relate to.
Okay, what's that?
Credit card rewards.
Right, you know, cash back, points,
Yeah.
miles, all that good stuff.
The things that make using credit cards a little less painful.
Exactly. And Sara highlights those cashback rewards.
Okay.
She uses her Discover card as an example,
Yeah.
which gives her 5% back on certain categories,
Oh,
which can definitely add up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you spend $1,000, you get $50 back.
Not bad.
Right? It's essentially free money if you're making those purchases anyway.
It is, but I think this is a good opportunity to just emphasize responsible credit card use.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you really need to be paying off your balance in full every month.
Right.
Otherwise, those high interest charges will wipe out any rewards you've earned.
Exactly. You don't want to end up in debt chasing rewards.
Definitely not.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of part 1 of our deep dive into Sara Finance's world.
Welcome back to our deep dive.
Yeah.
You know, we've been looking at this whole Sara Finance thing.
Yeah, all these different ways she's making money online.
It's a lot to take in. It really is. But before we get too caught up in like the fantasy of this $1 million laptop lifestyle,
Right.
let's bring things back down to earth a bit.
Okay, reality check time.
Yeah, exactly. Because her video,
Yeah.
it's inspiring, I know,
Mhm.
but just one person's experience, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily a blueprint for everyone.
Exactly. Like there's a lot of hard work involved.
Oh, for sure.
Dedication.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, probably a good bit of luck too.
And let's not forget about all the stuff she doesn't really show in the video.
Oh, yeah. The behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, like the time she's investing,
Right.
the constant learning curve,
Mm-hmm.
the potential for setbacks.
Because it's not all passive income and beach vacations.
Yeah,
Huh?
definitely not.
I mean, she kind of glosses over the challenges like building an audience,
Right.
managing all these different income streams,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with taxes, not to mention the competition.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like everyone's trying to make money online these days.
It's a crowded space.
So how do you even stand out?
That is the question.
Right.
Like, what does it really take to succeed in this digital economy?
It's almost like you need an MBA just to navigate it all.
Well, in a way, do you need to understand the basics of business?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like market research,
Mm-hmm.
customer acquisition,
Right.
financial management, all that stuff.
Yeah, even if you're just working from your couch.
So Sarah's video, it's a great starting point,
Definitely.
but it's just the starting point. You need to do your own research.
Absolutely. Informed decisions are key.
Okay, so let's revisit affiliate marketing for a minute.
Okay.
It sounds simple enough on the surface, right?
Mm-hmm. Promote products, earn commissions.
Yeah, but what are some of the potential pitfalls?
Well, finding the right niche is crucial.
Oh, yeah?
It can't just be something you're passionate about.
Right.
There needs to be an audience for it
Okay.
and not too much competition.
And then you have to create content that actually converts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just slap a link on your Instagram.
Right.
You need to build trust,
Mm-hmm.
provide value,
Right.
position yourself as a credible resource.
So it's really about building a community,
Yeah, exactly.
not just chasing those commissions.
And that same principle applies to creating your own digital products.
Oh, yeah, like the online courses and Etsy stuff.
Exactly.
Mm.
What do you think are the biggest challenges there?
Well, standing out in a crowded marketplace is tough.
Yeah,
You need to offer something unique and valuable.
right. Something that solves a problem for people.
Exactly. And then there's the whole marketing piece.
Yeah, getting people to actually see your product.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the technical side of things.
Oh, right.
Building a website,
Mhm.
setting up payments,
Mm.
handling customer service. It can feel overwhelming.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not super tech savvy.
Right.
But luckily, there are platforms out there that can help.
Oh, really? Like what?
Like Etsy,
Okay.
Shopify,
Mm-hmm.
Teachable.
So they can handle some of the harder stuff.
Exactly. So you could focus on the creative
Yeah.
side. Okay, so we've talked about some of the challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but let's flip the script for a second.
Okay.
What gets you excited about this whole online business thing?
Honestly, for me, it's the potential.
Yeah.
The internet has created so much opportunity.
Right.
Anyone with a laptop and an internet connection can reach a global audience.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It is. It's like a level playing field
Mm-hmm.
where creativity and hard work can really pay off.
I love that it's so empowering.
And the freedom is incredible.
Right. You can work from anywhere.
Exactly. But it's not a free-for-all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It still takes work
Mm.
and dedication.
And a willingness to adapt.
Absolutely.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired,
Yeah.
but maybe a little overwhelmed,
It's a lot to process.
what's the first step?
I think it starts with self-reflection.
Okay.
What are you good at?
Mm-hmm.
What are you passionate about?
Okay.
What problems can you solve?
So it's not about copying Sara.
No, not at all.
It's about finding your own path.
Exactly what works for her might not work for you.
Right.
And that's okay.
And it's okay to start small.
Right. Absolutely. You don't need to build $1 million business overnight.
Take baby steps.
Yeah. Experiment, learn, and grow.
I love that this has been such a great conversation.
Me too.
We've covered so much ground.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly. But we're not done yet.
Oh, really?
In part 3, we're going to tackle another big question.
Okay. Hit me.
Sustainability.
Interesting.
Can this laptop lifestyle actually last?
Ooh, that's a good one. All right. So we're back talking about Sara Finance and this whole online income thing.
Yeah, and I think, we've talked about a lot of the exciting parts.
The potential.
Yeah, the strategies.
Mhm.
But I want to step back for a minute
Okay.
and think about the bigger picture.
The long game.
Yeah, because it's easy to get caught up in the hustle.
Right. Just trying to make a quick buck
Yeah, and forget about the impact we're having.
on ourselves.
Yeah, but also on the world around us.
Absolutely. We're talking about sustainability, right?
Exactly. And not just in the environmental sense.
Right.
But also can these online business models actually last?
Yeah. Because the internet changes so fast.
Oh my gosh, it's constantly evolving.
What's hot today might be gone tomorrow.
So how do you build something that's actually going to last?
That's the tough part.
Right, because it's trying to predict the future.
Yeah, but I think it starts with being willing to adapt,
Okay.
learn new things,
Mm.
embrace new technologies.
Be flexible.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to pivot if you need to.
Right, because what worked yesterday might not work today.
Okay, so that's the business side of sustainability.
Okay.
But what about the environmental side?
Oh, yeah. That's a huge factor.
I mean, all this online stuff,
Our data centers, our
devices,
shopping habits,
streaming all day.
it all adds up.
Yeah, it definitely impacts the planet.
So how do we make sure we're not doing more harm than good?
That's a good question. I mean, I struggle with that too.
Me too.
Because we want to empower people to build a better life online,
Right.
but not at the expense of the planet.
So it's about making conscious choices.
Okay.
Like choosing eco-friendly web hosting,
Oh, that's a good one.
minimizing our digital waste.
Deleting those old emails.
Yeah, getting rid of files we don't need.
Supporting companies that care about the environment.
It all makes a difference.
So it's really about taking responsibility for our own digital footprint
Exactly.
and making sure our online businesses are part of the solution.
Not the problem.
Okay, I love that.
And sustainability isn't just about the environment.
Oh, right.
It's also about the social impact of our businesses.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Are we creating real value for our customers?
Oh, yeah.
Are we treating our employees and collaborators fairly?
Right.
Are we contributing to a positive online community?
I love that you bring up community
Yeah.
because it's so easy to get caught up in our own little world.
Our own hustle.
Yeah, and forget that we're all
part of this digital ecosystem.
and our actions have ripple effects.
Exactly. So let's be mindful of that.
Yeah, let's build businesses that benefit everyone.
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the key message for our listeners?
I think it's this. The internet offers amazing opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to approach them with a sense of responsibility.
Okay,
Let's build businesses that are not just profitable,
right,
but also ethical,
Mhm.
sustainable,
right.
and contribute to a better online experience for everyone.
I love that it's about finding that balance
Yeah.
between personal success and collective well-being.
Exactly. Making money is great,
Of course,
but it's not everything.
we need to build a digital world that we're proud of.
A world that's fair
Include.
and sustainable.
I couldn't agree more. Well, that's a wrap on our deep dive.
Wow, that was a lot.
It was, but hopefully it was helpful.
I think so.
We explored a lot of different ways to make money online,
From affiliate marketing to real estate.
but we also talked about the importance of doing it ethically
Sustainably.
and building a digital world that we actually want to live in.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So for everyone listening,
Yeah.
we hope you feel inspired to go out there and create something amazing.
The internet is full of possibilities.
But it's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits everyone.
So go out there and make a difference.
Until next time, keep diving deep